Dominique, Heath and I were betting who was going to break out today in the game before the game. He had Jalin Virgil, I had you. Thanks, because I won the bet. You've been waiting to get up here. You got here late summer, started working your way into the offense. What was it like today to stretch your legs out and really take a couple of long balls?
It felt real good. It felt real good. Especially that first play out the gate. Go ahead and get that out the way. I've been waiting to break one big, so to get that out the way, it felt real good. And just to see us compete as a team, all 4 quarters. The ones, the twos, even some guys, threes, fours got in and they competed, and that was just a fun thing to see. Just everybody get in and have fun, and it was a fun day today. Shouts out to Gardner-Webb, they're a great team. But we had fun today, and it was just fun. I had a good time, and it was fun seeing everybody else have a good time.
So you had fun then?
Yeah.
If you would both address, you guys have just like 4 or 5 drives where you only scored 3 plays or so. Scott said that was a good thing just because you guys were rested and you could go out next week. Just kind of talk about how you really, I'm not going to say you didn't work hard, but you didn't have to labor to get the scoring done as you usually do.
I mean, yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Well, we just try to come in and take the approach of every game the same. No matter who we playing. Some games it'll be harder to score, some games it'll be easier, but we just going out there and executing what we do at practice all through the week. That's basically it.
And going off what he said, what we talk about here is, the standard. You know what I'm saying? Every day setting a new standard, and we just feel like we competing against ourselves every day. We just come out, we just compete, we try to get better each and every day on the practice field, and it shows, like he said, in game time. Like we got a special team here. We really believe that. So as long as we just continue to keep working and competing against ourselves and setting a new standard every day, we're gonna be all right.
I'm sorry, I only got one left. Just talk about, you didn't play last week. I understand you guys are kind of annoyed by that. Did you kind of take it out on Gardner-Webb? Because you seemed really ready to play this time around.
Ready. It was flying around. Everybody had ants in their pants. We was ready. We've been waiting on that since we heard that the Southern Miss game was canceled. We already knew we was gonna take it out on our next opponent. And we just everything that we don't perfect the week of that game, we taking it to the X's and O's at practice, and we taking it out on the next opponent.
Yeah, and me and him was talking about it too when we found out the game was canceled. We seniors. That's the opportunity we lost, so we was really upset about that. So we had to come back and try to make up this week for last weekend this week, you know what I'm saying? So that's all that was.
Sam was talking about just the younger guys in the running back group, and just kind of looking back at how last season that group was pretty injured throughout, and now it actually looks like there's some depth building there and there's a lot of talent in there. Just now that there's a few games into the season, what's the general sense of some of these young guys like DeAndre or maybe Cameron, just those guys that are going to be stepping up?
I was wowed by, as soon as I looked at the sheet, y'all probably picked it up on your recorders, but I ain't know he had that many yards, and it just showed every play coach is on us about finishing runs and 10, 15 yards. It's aggravating hearing it when you at practice and it's over 80 degrees outside, but you see days like this, you never know when your number called, and we real deep in the backfield and not really that many injuries, and it's crazy when you got that much talent, and everybody can go. I deeply believe that anybody in that room can be a starter and contribute to this team, but it's just like, that's just how it go, like the next man up mentality, and everybody was ready. Whoever number was called, they came out and produced, and he definitely showed up today. 11 carries for 150, touchdown, that's crazy. No matter who you playing, that showed the grit and not stopping. Some people get in fourth, third quarter up by 50, and they really they out there like the game over with. Why am I out here type thing? But nobody in that room take that approach, and it's just good. Me being an older guy looking down at them and seeing them compete like that, it just give me that extra drive. Like, made me want to get back in the game. Give me another touchdown in, and that's a good thing when you got that feeling.
Jalin, for everything you've done in your career, some 50-yard runs, 60-yard runs, maybe not that the big home run like today?
Oh yeah, the 81, yeah, that felt different. I ain't never really ran that long, but that, you know, I know y'all seen a lot last year. I break for like 60 and get caught from behind me. I told myself that ain't happening no more. So I mean, that was a new feeling, but I could get used to it. I got some more in me.
Jalen, you were here in 2014, and South Alabama was the very first Sun Belt game the program ever played. Didn't turn out as well that day.
Yeah.
That was a different day on the scoreboard. Now, things changed very quickly after that. But as somebody that was here for that game, remembers the outcome, probably doesn't really like it very much. As you guys start thinking ahead to next week and planning for that, does that give you a little bit of extra motivation knowing that that's the history that exists between the two programs right now?
Definitely. But when I look at the past, I don't even compare that to this team. Like you said, we got a special team, and it just feels different, like overall, like through all the adversity we all been through. I mean, don't get me wrong, we had talented teams in the past, you know, and we lost some games that we shouldn't have lost, but I don't know, it just feels different. And maybe it's just because I'm a senior and, you know, I'm looking at it from a different point of view, or, I mean, it's showing so far. You know, we ain't had that many games, but it's just exciting to see what we can do. And I ain't really used to, you know, we was that team that was always, our bread and butter was the outside zone, you know, just running the ball. But now it's crazy. I was on the sideline just talking to a couple fellow teammates. Now I'm looking up and it's a bomb down the field, you know, seeing receivers catch the ball and just take off that many times. I wasn't really used to that. So, I mean, it's just crazy. Now I'm just like, when I get the ball, I got to score, because you never know if it's going to be a touchdown now, because we definitely got so many weapons on the field, and it just feels so good. Anybody can get in the end zone at any time.
Dominique, do you feel like at this point that you're really comfortable in this offense now? I know you probably had to pick up some of the nuances and figure out where the opportunities were. You feel like you're all the way there?
Yeah, definitely. I feel I'm comfortable in the offense. I'm definitely am. And like he was saying, we special, man. We got a special group here, especially on the O end. We can hand the ball off to him, or we can throw it deep. And I'm just happy to be a part of it. But yeah, I'm definitely comfortable.
All right, thanks, guys.